Top prosecutors from across the country are expected together in St. Louis today to expose what they say are coordinated and racist efforts to block criminal justice reform. They're supporting the city's chief prosecutor, who filed a landmark federal lawsuit yesterday against her own city and its main police union. Now, she claims she's being forced out. The union called the lawsuit the last act of a desperate woman. Jeff Pegues is in St. Louis, where he spoke to Chief Prosecutor Kim Gardner in an interview you'll see first on CBS This Morning. Jeff, good morning to you.
Good morning. Gardner is the first African-American circuit attorney here in the city of St. Louis, and she will be joined here today by 7 other black prosecutors, black female prosecutors from 7 other states who say they have experienced similar attacks as they try to reform police departments in their states.
This is not about a single case or issue facing the city of St. Louis prosecutor. This is the fair administration of justice.
In the new lawsuit, St. Louis Chief Prosecutor Kim Gardner alleges her civil rights were violated. The 32-page document cites the Ku Klux Klan Act, a rarely used law passed soon after the Civil War. It alleges the city and its police union attempted to intimidate, silence, and sideline her from bringing criminal justice reform, including an independent team to investigate all police-involved shootings. But the police union has pushed back against that.
Yes, they have.
The complaint alleges the Officers Association had gone out of its way to support white officers accused of perpetrating acts of violence against African-American citizens. It includes the case of Michael Brown. The teenager, who was black, was shot and killed by white police officer Darren Wilson. Wilson was never charged and later resigned, but the lawsuit says the police union leader was outspoken in his support for Wilson. The fact that you're filing this lawsuit, is that not a sign that you're losing this fight to reform?
No, it's a sign that we're not going to lose a fight to reform.
You think so?
It's a sign that we're going to promote the will of the people, and we want to make it where other reform-minded prosecutors who come after us are able to go even further than what we're able to do. In her complaint, Gardner includes anonymous threatening letters she says she received last May after hiring an outside investigator for a criminal case against former Governor Eric Greitens. Greitens was accused of computer tampering and invasion of privacy. All charges were dropped, but he resigned. Public officials, they get hate mail. Is what you're receiving different, you think? Yes, it is.
The lawsuit also highlights a watchdog report that identified more than 400 racist and offensive posts by current and former St. Louis City police officers, something we reported on last year in a CBS News investigation when we spoke to a 19-year veteran of St. Louis City PD. Do you think that there are white supremacists on the police force?
Yes, I think so.
You didn't even pause.
Yeah, have you seen some of the Facebook posts of some of our suspended officers right now? Yes.
We asked Gardner about that.
I believe that there are some individuals that have race issues on the police department, but you need to ask the police department, what are they doing about that?
In a statement, the city of St. Louis denied her allegations against it and says it fully expects to be vindicated in a court of law.
This woman needs to go. She's a menace to society.
In a radio interview last September, local police union leader Jeff Rorta said Gardner should be removed.
By force or by choice.
What did you think when you heard that?
I think that was a threat. Rorta is able to speak unchecked without any repercussions, and that's not okay.
In a statement, Rorta calls this lawsuit a frantic ploy to deflect attention from an investigation into Gardner's alleged mishandling of the case against former Governor Greitens. You've become a lightning rod. Have you ever thought about just stepping away, resigning?
I stand on the shoulders of the people who paved the way for me. What if the other civil rights leaders decided it's too hard? Where would we be now? It's about standing up for what's right.
Jeff Rorta was named in that lawsuit, but he declined our request for an on-camera interview. As for the private investigator that Gardner hired in the Greitens case, he was indicted last June on multiple perjury charges. He denies that he did anything wrong, but the whole case raises questions about Gardner's conduct. What did she know about his alleged crime? She denies doing anything wrong.
Quite a story, Jeff, a lot of layers. But let me ask you this. Help us understand, why did Kim Gardner go to an outside investigator to look into Governor Greitens' alleged misconduct, the former governor?
Well, and that is a really good question because it speaks to the bad blood and mistrust between the St. Louis City PD and Gardner. That's why she did not trust the local police force to help in that investigation, and that's why she went to this former FBI agent to help her investigate the former governor.
Hard when you don't trust your own police department.
Oh, it is.
And you're the prosecutor. Thank you very much, Jeff.